Hello, ladies and gentlemen, Deja Vu here, bringing you set 4 of the MSL final series between Hydra and Great, and I am alongside Jabberwocky, and Hydra is going to have a chance to close out this series in the 4th set. And I believe we're going to be playing on Triathlon, which is a map that lends itself very much to creative play. And what will he do on this against Great, who's trying to revolutionize ZVZ with his creativity? We will have to see. Great's definitely got a good chance. This is just such a weird map that if Great kind of has a good plan strategized out, we could see a very interesting game. I mean, the first game that we saw between Great and Zero on this map ended up at Hive, and I don't know, maybe Great can do it again and show us another Hive game on this map.
Yeah, I think that that's definitely viable, although I think that Hydra's pretty much just going to go the same play that he's gone all 3 games before, just go layer and rely on his micro with his mutalist Zerglings. And Great might go for this layer thing, might go for the in-base hatch again, but it's just not looking good for him, and honestly I think that he's going to get stomped over just simply because he's just been making the worst decisions possibly ever, and it seems like he's just not playing. Like, he's literally just taking his hands off the keyboards every 5 minutes and being like, I wonder what I do. Or maybe he's playing with one hand, just the mouse, not using his hotkeys. I have no idea, but it just seems like he's not playing very well at all. Hopefully he can bring it together though in this 4th set and win the game.
I think this is a great map for him. I think he's got a great opportunity on this map. For Great, haha. But I think one of the things he's got to watch out for is that we've been talking a lot about the mind games last set and early on here in between these two players. And Hydra every game so far is 12 hash at his natural expansion. And normally if you're going to take advantage of that, if you see this, Great would 9 full speed. But this is a troublesome map because he could also 12 hatch at his back expo behind those cloaked edge. So it's kind of a tough spot for Great. Does he go for that early break to try and end Hydra early? Because I think he's just, he's just not been having a lot of luck with in the mid game. Or does he go for, or does he have another weird build prepared for us? But either way, if he's going to try to adapt what Hydra's been doing, 9 pool speed is somewhat risky on this map because of the location of that possible second hatch. And going with a creative build, let's hope that he's actually got a good one and then it's not based around Burrow this time.
Yeah, Burrow, man, I don't know what he was this is Great. It's just not making smart decisions. He needs to calm down. He needs to think about it calmly and know exactly what he's doing. Honestly, I think that since he has been kind of going for both things, he's trying to do 2 different things and not really committing to one build or the other. I think that he's probably unfortunately going to go for something like a 12 pool here, but it looks like he's going to be spawning at the 8 o'clock position as the purple Zerg player, and at the 12 o'clock in yellow we have the Zerg player Hydra.
And by the way, we're not doing this on purpose, keep making like StarCraft player jokes. I don't think either of us have meant to accidentally say Great doing great or that he needs to calm down. These are totally accidental puns. Unless Jabberwocky wants to admit to something here.
Absolutely not. I was on accident, but it looks like his scout is going to be going in the right direction again, so I mean that's one thing that he has for him. His Overlord's always going to be going in the right direction. He hasn't been really using it, but I mean that's the advantage that he's got at this moment.
That's amazing that he's gotten the right spot every single game. Granted, on Benzene, you kind of got it right the first shot, but the other 2 maps and here, it's pretty good, pretty lucky. I think everyone's kind of got a natural scouting pattern. Everyone's figured out you're gonna send your first Overlord to your opponent's natural, so you just send your Overlord where it spawns to the closest natural expansion. It's basically how Overlord scouting works, and it just so happens that the start positions are working out for him. We do have a it looks like overpool gas from Hydra, and from Great, we have a 12 hatch at his natural expansion, so if Great can defend against this, 12 hatch should be able to defend against overpool if you've got good micro and you pull off your drone, a couple of drones at the proper time. He should be able to defend, but Hydra's got great micro. We'll see how good Great's is. If it is up to par, we could see Great come away with an advantage as we head into the mid game.
Yeah, and the thing that Great also has going for him is that Hydra has not scouted him yet, which is going to be really, really important. We see 6 Zerglings morphing in from Hydra because those 3 eggs morphed right as that spawning pool did. This is going to be really, really interesting, but I think I have faith in Great. I have faith in you, Great, that you can hold this off, man. I have faith in you. I have faith in you. You can do it. He hasn't scouted you. Hopefully.
I just want to see a game 5. I'm entertained by this. I'm a little bit disappointed with some of the things that Great has been doing, but overall I see a lot of potential in this series that we're going to get another really fun game. Set 1 was really fun. Set 2 and 3 were a little bit confusing, but I'm hoping that either here or possibly in the next game that we'll get a really entertaining, hectic battle like we saw in the first one, and that's what I'm hoping for. So I'm with you completely, holding out hope that as these Zerglings are streaming towards Great's base, that Great will get his Zerglings out soon enough and be able to defend against us. He's going to need to get that hatchery once it gets up. He's going to need the advantage that the extra larva bring, so it will be close as to how well he defends here. And the Zerglings look like they're actually bypassing, going straight for the main, so this is going to be a troublesome situation a little bit for Great until his Zerglings start popping.
Yeah, and even then, you see all those drones off minerals, off gas. That's him not mining gas, not mining minerals. That's so huge in ZVZ. Just more Zerglings streaming in for Hydra. He's putting on early pressure, and this is not looking good. Oh my gosh, it's not looking good for Great. Great, please hold this off so we can see Game 5, but I don't think it's going to happen. I mean, he's already lost 2 drones, 3 drones.
Yeah, this is dumb. This is too much. Was that might have actually been a 9 full speed, not an over full speed. I think I may have miscalled that because I don't think Zerglings should be that far ahead of you. You're supposed to have an advantage, but I don't think they're supposed to be that far ahead, or I don't think Hydra's supposed to be that far ahead. And then Great doing a decent job here. Got some good micro there with his Zergling, getting a couple good drone drills. So maybe, just maybe, he'll be able to hold out. But he has a lot of drones, as we mentioned, and he loses another one there. Will it be enough to save him? I don't know. I don't know. I'm still thinking that Great's going to lose this. He's just losing too much left and right. Too much lost mining time, and Hydra just looks like he has his number. I mean, Great's not even using all of his eggs.
Yeah, I mean, if you really just think about it, even if Hydra Great is able to hold this off, there goes another drone. Even if he's able to hold this off, there's no way he's gonna be able to hold off the Mutalisks that are coming. I mean, he doesn't even have a lair. He doesn't have an Evo chamber. He's just, he's gonna be absolutely screwed, man. There's no way he's coming back from this. He's staying in the game purely because it is the finals, and this is gonna be the elimination game. But oh my gosh, this is looking terrible. And really, what screwed him over was his Overlord. Actually, going into Hydra's base was spotted by Hydra, and so he knew exactly where to go, and Hydra bypassing the natural expansion hatch was a very, very smart move. Putting some pressure on those drones and making them come off the line is really what helped. He's not even mining gas now, so he's just screwed.
Yeah, it was actually kind of an interesting situation where he actually bypassed that hatchery. Normally you'll see players stay down there and fight on the hatchery, and the main reason for that is because players are so good at drone drilling that they'll basically have it timed out that he'll have a group of, should have a group of drones actually coming towards the natural ready to drone drill right on that ramp, but he didn't have that ready. He didn't have any Zerglings out, which is why I think that that it was actually 9 full speed, not an overpull. But yeah, just not working out for him, and he's getting an Evo chamber now. Going to try and play some Spore defense. I think he's actually got the timing right on this, but I don't know. I don't know if it's going to be enough. Don't think so.
Yeah, even if he's able to hold this off again, it's just like the Artosis saying, where if you have the advantage, just get the bigger advantage. And what Hydra's going to be able to do is he's just going to be able to expand, and drone might die. Oh, putting down a creep climb, very, very nice by Great. But I think the reason why Hydra went in and bypassed that natural again is just because he knows that he has better micro than Great does. He knows that Great is kind of inclined to make mistakes when it comes to pressure time, and we've seen it time and time again. Great not really making the best decisions, not really microing his units as well as he can. More Zerglings look like they're streaming in. He's going to be able to pick off this creep colony over here, probably at least with the Zerglings, if not the Mutalisk. Needs to be careful not to lose that Mutalisk though. Losing that Mutalisk needlessly. A little bit of bad play here. Here comes the Zerglings coming in on the ramp, and looks like a Sunken's being morphed in at the middle there, and yeah, Great Hydra just taking so much. It's
just not enough. The Sunken goes down, the Zerglings are on the Spore colonies, and we will have a new MSL champion as soon as GG is called by Great. elimination games tend to go till very close to the last building, particularly in ZVZ. But we will have a new MSL champion, and it will be Hydra. And I, for one, am hoping that he does not fall to the MSL champion curse of luxury and Jangby, or well, Jangby got silver, but all those other players for GG that have just fallen off the map following MSL victories. But there's GG, and there's your winner, Shingdongwan. Hydra has followed up effort. So that is 2 winners for CJ or Height Entus, whatever you want to call them. 2 Star League winners over the last couple of years. Very, very good for them. They have to be very, very proud of their Zerg development. And yeah, just gotta say, great play by Hydra and a good solid road, beating Calm and Jadong on the road here to get to great, and showed us some great ZVZ play.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people would say that Great lost this finals more than Hydra won it, but I honestly don't think so, and here's why. Great knew that he didn't have the micro, he didn't have the macro, he didn't have those 2 key things as well as Hydra did. Hydra's just such a solid player in ZVZ, so he knew he had to go for some type of gimmicky, some type of unstandard type thing, like the Hive play, or like the Burrow, I guess. But I think it's just due to the fact that beforehand, Great knew that Hydra was such a good player, and so he had to go for something, because you can see it, if he plays straight up, Hydra's going to win that 9 times out of 10, just because he's a superior ZVZ player.
Yeah, and surprisingly enough, rookie here, Hydra, in a rookie finals, and a best of 4, winning 2 best of 5 series. I mean, you gotta look at him, his star is bright. This is his first time advancing that far into a series, into a championship, a Star League, and to win 2 best of 5s, you know, he could be the next bright star of StarCraft. We'll have to see. If StarCraft continues, we could see a new championship contender year in and year out. Hydra looking very, very good. As long as his other matchups are as good as his CVZ, we'll have to see. But looking very, very good in this MSL.
Yeah, and remember, he went through the best Zerg player to play ZVZ ever in the history of Brood War. He went through Jadong, which was, I mean, Jadong was the overwhelming favorite when everyone knew that the semifinals was going to be all Zerg players are like, oh, instant win Jadong. But no, Hydra beating him and beating Great, just doing an amazing job. And before we leave, guys, I just want to say thank you to Deja Vu for letting me do this dual com with him. Awesome guy, and just thanks a lot.
Well, thanks for having you come alongside as well. And guys, I will put in some information so that you guys can get to Jabberwocky's page really easy. So if you guys liked him, go subscribe to him. Give us some comments, some feedback if you have any suggestions. And I think that's it for this MSL. Hydra winning gold, Great taking silver, and I don't think they do a bronze, so that's it. We got the 2 champions, or the first and second place here, and that will be it for this MSL.